Hey guys. So I am just going to answer some questions that I've gotten this way. Hold on. Alexa, stop. This way, you guys have some information that I would have given you if you could have been here. And there are some lovely ladies here. So if they ask questions, then that's great. But this isn't going to be as interactive. It's more informational. And I'm sure this information is in a bunch of different places. And it might be some things that you know and some things that you don't. But I'm going to speak really quickly to answer some of these common questions. This way, you guys have the answers in a condensed video that's not super long. And so you can rewatch it. So I am going to speak very, very fast, but you could pause if you need to. So if you're watching this and you haven't done anything, that's fine. You do you go at your own pace. There is a chat specifically for you for when you launch or when you're ready to launch. If you've already launched, then we expect that you are in the graduates chat that we made, which is people who are ready to have their own party. And it's okay if maybe you can't find your own party, or you're like, I launched, but I didn't really launch. I don't feel like I launched. You can be in any one of those places, because Allie does weekly meetings on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. for just us. This way she can help move you to the next step, and whatever you need help with, we can give it to you individually. But if you're silent, we don't know what you need help with or what you want the next step to be, and you're just going to be collecting your own jewelry, not making any money. So we definitely want to move you to the next step. I've had 8 parties with no sales, and I was really frustrated because I felt like I was failing. So I got on the phone with Allie, and she tweaked a bunch of things, because I'm so used to the Pure Romance method that I was trying to use Pure Romance with Park Lane and then wondering why I was falling flat. And as soon as I started listening to her tips, I slowly started to see sales. And then she had me jump online last night out of nowhere. And I mean, the training helps. If you're coachable, then you will make money. If you're just like, I love the jewelry, and you keep ordering for yourself, then you have a hobby, and that's totally fine too. So, but these are specific questions that I got, or that I was thinking of, that I feel like you might want the answers to. The first thing is boards. If you're overwhelmed by boards, then you are not alone. It is a plethora of information, and I love it, but there's so many boards in so many places and a lot of things. So what I do is, when I can't find something, I jump in our chat and I say, does anyone know where this is? Because chances are somebody knows which board it's in, and they can send you the link. I also figured out that you can create your own board with just the pieces of their boards that you use most often, until you're ready to really navigate theirs. Because now Allie can go in this folder and on the left and blah, 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 because she's so used to it, but we're not. I just wanted an image to post as a send me your wish list. And there are 10, but I couldn't find it. And it's because I had to go inside of images, then go inside of miscellaneous images, then go inside of send me your wish list. And I was getting really frustrated. So don't let boards overwhelm you. Boards is also an extension for your phone keyboard. So you don't have to go into boards every time. You add the extension to your phone, and then in your keyboard, instead of typing, you just click the keyboard that says boards. And right there, you can send someone something automatically. This way, you don't have to save it to your phone. You don't have to download it. If you're like, I didn't know any of this, show me how. No problem. All you have to do is put in our chat, hey, do you think you could do a little video explaining how to do that in boards? But know that you have that capability. Instead of searching for things, you can just go into your keyboard, instead of swipe or instead of tap, there's one that's called boards. And then you can just send the shit that's already in boards, including the scripts. I kept copy and pasting the scripts, and they're like, why are you doing that? It's the scripts are there. So it's just part of your keyboard. You just click it and the script sends. So that's that. So every time, if you're finding that every time you create a cart, things are deleting, and it's really frustrating, because you create something, and then when you delete a zinger, all of a sudden you have to recreate the cart, a zinger or a bonus item. 2 tips. Number 1, you never have to recreate a cart. So when you put in their full price and their half price items, it automatically defaults to those spots. You don't have to do any work. The only work you have to do with movement is their 30% off bonus or $30 bonus items. The way that you do those, the easiest way, is put everything in the cart, see which things are the 2 most expensive, delete them, and then at the bottom, click customer bonus. When you do that, it brings you back to the regular shopping screen, and then you type in impression, whatever, it adds it as the bonus. Then you go back to the cart, you press on customer bonus again, and you can add it again. It won't mess with the other stuff that's in it. Let's say your customer only wanted 4 things, but she wants one of them as a bonus item. I mean, I try to make them order the 2 and the 4 before they get that, but sometimes they see the text that says spend 90, get bonus. No problem. Delete the item, click customer bonus, and search for it again, and it adds it at 30. That's how you don't recreate carts. When you make a cart for someone and you want to save it, you can just put their name at the top and it'll save it on the side. That's the same for jewelry. So right now, I always strategically wear 4 or 6 bracelets. This way I can create a cart pre-done with those things. So I'm wearing 6 bracelets right now. I can create a cart and label it as Chateau Peaches and Cream, whatever it's called. And then I can include the link to just check out immediately in any picture that I post with this. And that cart stays there forever. So 2 years from now, if we still have these pieces, I can say shop the look. They can click the link to the cart and I remember which one it is because I labeled it what I was wearing. And then you don't have to recreate that cart. There's a lot of scripts that they give us, but to me, some of them sound salesy. You know, I don't like that. I am going to be reworking mine and I will share mine with all of you over the next week. Use mine, use theirs, use your own. But if something sounds salesy to you, it'll probably sound salesy to someone else. So you should be changing them for your own voice. I'm going to pause this for just a second so that I can jump into the other Zoom because right now they're doing a booking blitz. If you want to get off and get onto that one, you can, and then finish watching the rest of this recording. Okay, so I just stopped the recording so we could jump on a booking blitz, which is a great chance for me to segue into that. The first weekend of every month, the Treasure Tribe does a booking blitz. And if you're like, who is the Treasure? If you're like, who is the Treasure Tribe? Then here's how it works. So if you're watching this, then chances are that you are likely under me, right? But I don't know what I'm doing, right? So Allie Santano is really who we're under, and her team is called the Bright Lights. Her sister is above her. So our big team is called the Treasure Tribe. So for the most part, and everything that they do is really together. So we're in the Treasure Tribe Facebook group and probably also the Bright Lights group, but all the boards, everything is all together. So just know when you get a million text messages and you're like, why am I getting a message from Tish and from Allie? It's because they have business lines that are designed to send you a robo text to keep you informed. So what we were just doing is we paused this so that we could jump onto the monthly booking blitz. Sophia, wait. Guys, pay attention to me. It's useful information.
I'm sorry. It's fine.
Stop distracting me. No more. Okay, it is in the recording. So I have really bad ADHD. So here's the thing. I love that ring. Okay, what was I saying? So we got off of this to jump onto the booking blitz, and here's why. The booking blitz is not recorded. They offer it 2 times during a weekend so that you can jump on. And I know what you're thinking. Okay, booking blitz, I have to get on. If I book parties, then I get prizes. No, this company does not reward stuff like that. Like if you want to work, then you work. They reward the fact that you are trying to work. So the fact that we jumped on, we listened to the first 15 minutes, which is how to book and how to get scripts, that entered us in. So now, while the next 15 minutes, which is here are some scripts, try to book some parties, I'm recording this because I'm booked all the way out through November. So you guys would have the information. And then the last 15 minutes, I'll jump back on. That's when they do prizes. So you want to try to participate the first weekend of the month, and you can participate in all of them. There's or 2 or 3 of them, however many, and potentially win yourself some jewelry just for listening to tips and working your business. So definitely try to do that. That is a good segue into why do you have a million phone numbers for everybody? You probably have at least 3 phone numbers for me, 2 phone numbers for Allie, 2 phone numbers for Tish, and Park Lane messages you. Okay, it's a lot. And you're like, I'm getting so much information. Almost all of it is the same. Here's the only thing that you need to know. Okay, if it's really, really, really important, it's probably going to be in the loop. Every Thursday, you get an email called In the Loop. And it's Park Lane's way of saying, here's what's going on this week. In case you didn't notice, Park Lane is a weekly company, not monthly. They understand that in an entire month, you can lose interest, people can lose interest, customers lose interest. The reason Park Lane's been around for 68 years is because they know what they're doing. They evaluate customer trends every single week. So if they notice people are really not buying impressions, they don't care about that. They switch up the customer special and offer them something else. So people are always wanting to buy. It's not necessarily this is a new sale. It's this is a new product. Think about it like the McRib, right? McDonald's knows when to bring the McRib back in because they know when they want to see stock prices go up. That's just a reality. But Park Lane does that, and they do it for you guys as well. So on Thursdays, read the In the Loop. If you read it for last month or last week, then you know that they're currently doing extra incentives because August is their birthday month. So let's just talk really quickly about if you compound all the shit you could. I already almost earned Ireland, and I did it in 4 weeks, and I didn't know how. It's because they have compounding. What that means is when I sold last month, because it was in July and they were offering triple points, every dollar that somebody spent, I got 3 points for it. So last month I sold 16,000. 16 times 3, 36, 40, 48. I got 48,000 points because I strategically sold. I made sure some of it was at the beginning of the month. Why? Because we have RRC, Rich Rewards Club. If you sell, I don't even know how much it is in the first 2 weeks, because Park Lane knows they're not stupid. They're like, people slow down in the beginning of the month and then they try to get everything at the end. So they're like, no, we want you to have success right at the beginning. So you get an extra $300 or $600 in jewelry if you sell X amount in the beginning of the month. So I strategically placed some of my orders there. So I got free jewelry for RRC, triple points because I did it in the month of July, and we still have double points right now in August. Then they did another RRC, so I earned that. And for August, they're giving away the entire, what is it called? The Monte Carlo?
Yeah.
The entire Monte Carlo collection. They're like, oh, no, not in place of RRC, not in place of the other promos or contests. On top of it all, if you sell $500 during the first week, we're going to give you a little bag thing. If you sell $1,000 in the first 2 weeks, we're going to give you the earrings that go in the collection. If you sell another 500, we're going to give you the necklace, and then it's just on and on and on. I did just so much stuff. So pay attention to the monthly and weekly emails and make sure you're clicking the links, because I didn't click the link and I didn't realize there was more information in that. If you're like, I'm still overwhelmed, go into our chats. We have 2 chats, and it seems like it's a lot because girls are talking because they're excited. I had to start privately messaging Katrina because the 2 of us, all we want to do is talk about Park Lane all day, and everybody else is like getting blown up. I told Allie yesterday, I said, am I allowed to create another chat for just the people who are as obsessed and they want to be talking about Park Lane at midnight like me? And she's like, if you have people like that. And I said, I do. And that's just what I'm going to do. If you're in it, find other people who are in it. You're not bothering them. You're not bothering me. So that's that. I already told you that the scripts are coming. Put them in your own voice. If you're like, I am just overwhelmed, what do I do? Call me. I won't answer. So then text me. I probably will ignore it. So text me a question mark to my personal phone, and then I will say, oh shit, I'm sorry, I didn't see this. I'll forget again, and then say, can we set up a time to talk? Get a date and time out of me. I'll put it in my calendar. I will be there. I'm not ignoring you because I don't love you. I am just balls deep in jewelry because I'm so happy to finally be happy. My mental health needed this. Charlene walked in and she's like, may I share? She walked in and she's like, well, I hadn't heard from you and you hadn't responded to my messages. So I thought maybe like you were disappointed that I hadn't done a lot. And I was like, you've already done $600 in sales and you just started. She's like, I know it's only 600. I was like, girl, we have leaders who haven't done shit. What are you talking? I don't look at numbers. I didn't in Pure Romance, and I'm sorry I don't look here, but sorry, not sorry. I don't look at anybody as numbers. I look at you as energy and effort. So I match my time with your effort. That's just what's going to happen. Come to my house. I set up a studio. I have all the jewelry here. Allison came over last week. I wasn't even home. She's like, can I record a demo? I was like, sure. She came in, I wasn't home. She used all my jewelry. She recorded it. She used my boom lighting, and then she left. I don't care. It's fantastic. It's fun for me. Don't be an energy vampire. Don't come over here and treat me like your therapist. I know you have a lot going on in your life. So do I. But if you want to do this stuff, I'm all about it. And it fuels me and I love it. So you're not bothering me. If you want to work, find a place to work. If you're like, I'm overwhelmed, then come here and I will help make it easier for you. I have one, Debbie, if you watch this, I love you. Debbie cannot figure out how to do anything. She's not good with technology. And literally yesterday, she tried to order for my mystery hostess party. I was like, what are you doing? You're a stylist. Don't order for me. She's like, oh, I didn't know. I don't really know how to do anything. I texted her daughter, who I love, and I said, you need to sign up. She's like, why? I said, I need you to sign up and walk through everything with your mother. She needs to just see it once and then she'll be done. She's like, okay. That's what we're going to do. Halo. So, okay, moving on. I'm going to go quickly. Returns. Please understand this about returns because I didn't know and I messed up. If Park Lane mails something to you or to a customer and it arrives defective or broken, as long as it's within 14 days of when the order was placed, not arrival, order was placed, and Park Lane gets them the stuff fast, so that'll definitely be easy. You can email customer service. They will send you a slip so you don't pay for shipping back. That's number one. Number two, if your customer gets something and they don't like it, it came in the wrong color, it broke, whatever. RMAs are very easy and we don't have to do them. I do it as a service because I want people getting used to talking to me. So I was away last week, so I couldn't do it. So I told a girl how to do it. It's incredibly easy. All they have to do is go into their order, click RMA, click the item they don't want or broke, and it'll say, do you want to return, exchange, or refund? And they click which one they want and they exchange it. And it says, okay, send it back to us. And tell your customer to please send it in the smallest, cheapest package. It should be $4. That's it. My customer didn't listen to me. She brought it to USPS. They charged her $15. to send it back. And she's like, do I have to pay the $10? Here's how the $10 works with Park Lane. For the first 3 or 4 months they have the jewelry, they pay nothing. If they want to change it out, exchange it, whatever. They have, I think it's, Katrina, is it 90 days or 120? They have about 4 months, 120 days. After the 4 months, Park Lane is like, okay, this has been a hot minute. That's okay though. Give us $10, and for a $10 fee, we'll do the work. We'll find the piece. If we don't have it, you can pick something else. Or if you want no, if we have it, then we'll exchange it. If we don't have it, you can pick something of equal value. Last night, a girl didn't listen to me. She checked out on her own. She said, oh, I checked out. Here you go. And sent me the card after she already checked out. As her bonus item is an item that could be up to 200 that you get for 30. She got the $28 impression earrings. Do you hear what just happened? She gets to pick any item up to 200 and pay 30. She picked $28 earrings and paid $2 more because she put it in the bonus spot. She's like, I didn't understand. I got overwhelmed. Things were deleting. So the first thing I said was, I'm here. It's like a personal concierge service. Understand that you can come to me and I can try to point things like that out. And I don't want you overwhelmed. You shouldn't be overwhelmed. So now what's going to happen is I try to intercept it, and you almost can never do that because they're so fast. When she receives it, we will immediately RMA it. So we'll have to pay the $4 shipping back, and she can trade it out for the right item. Because it's in the bonus spot, she can pick any item up to 200. So it's an easy fix. And she was happy that I offered that service. I had another girl send me a cart with 2 items, $44 earrings and $22 earrings. And she's like, these are the 2 things I want. And I said, I'm going to recommend that you find a $22 item, because if you do, it will make your $44 item half off, which means you'll get 3 pieces for the exact same $66. She's like, really? I said, click on earrings, sort by price, send me a pair that you like. That's $22. So she sent me Whispers or something like that. I put it in her cart and sent it back. And she's like, are you kidding me? It's the same price. And I said, that is why you use me. When you show your customers that level of service, they're going to use you every single time. I also had a customer message me and say, I already have a Park Lane rep, but I'm not using her anymore. And I said, I didn't know you had a rep. I don't like stealing people. Why? And she said, because you have integrity. I said, I don't understand. How would someone else not? And she said, no, I've been shopping Park Lane for years. No one has ever told me about 2 and 4. I said, that's like our everyday sale though. I looked on the website. It really isn't something that they try to push. It's something that the stylists know. She said, and during the demo, I always hold up that paper that you guys see. Split down the middle. You pick 2 items at full price and 4 items at half price. She said, you doing that showed me how to make it so much cheaper than what I've been spending, because I've just been sending her a list. And then this girl hasn't been putting in zingers or I mean, if you think about it, the girl's smart because she's making more money. If I send you that I really want the sky bracelets, like a girl named Stacy messaged me yesterday. She's like, I want those bracelets. Tell me how much they are. I said, the bracelets are $156. You don't want to send $156. Could she have bought them? Yes. And I would have made my profit on them. But I'm like, go pick out 2 cheap things and use this as a zinger. Are you kidding? Because right now, as I'm building, I want to put jewelry in people's hands, because all of you guys understand there's a difference between seeing it online where it looks like crappy costume jewelry and seeing it in person. So if I can get you 6 pieces, even if I'm not making a whole lot of commission, you're going to get it and go, oh my God. And then you're going to wear it. You're going to want to have a party, and then you're going to want to join. And that is just how the process works. I'm not looking at you as money right now. I'm looking at you as giving you the best experience so that you want to repeat the experience and have other people repeat it. So that's the time frame for returns. When you guys are doing your lives, here are the biggest mistakes that I see. First of all, your phone camera will almost always be the best. What'd you say? Okay, we're going to pause this because they're doing a giveaway. Okay, so tips for your lives. Your phone camera, in most cases, is better than anything else. I'm on my computer right now, and to me, it looks clear, but I had someone else test it and my phone looked clearer. So try all your devices and have someone else watch. You can make a private group, or you can do it in a private chat. It doesn't matter. Did you know that you can go live and only you can see it? So you can go live for only me. This way you can watch the playback. But what you're seeing isn't necessarily what other people are seeing. So have someone else look at it on their device. So use a high quality device. Lighting is, most of you, your problem, lighting and angle. So right now I have no light on me, but it's daytime. If I move into a darker room, or if I take my computer and I shift it, do you see the difference? I look a little blurry. It's just because there's not as much light on me. If I turn this way where there's direct sun, it's clear as day. Your lighting is your problem. If you go near a window, you will get the best lighting because of how the reflection works with the window. So I usually take my phone, I walk up to my sliding glass doors, and that's how I record. Also, no one looks good from below. It's not a thing. No one looks good from below. If your device, if you have to set it down and it's lower than you, stack it on a book and angle your device down. That's going to be your best bet. No one looks good like that. Another tip, try to talk to the lens and not to yourself. That's going to be helpful. And don't move as quickly because it takes the camera a second to adjust. So if I'm showing you the Moana and I'm moving them around, it takes the camera a second. But if I just hold it in front so that you can actually see the detail and the filigree, then the camera has a second to focus in on it. Shorter is better because people are more likely to watch it. And my biggest tip for you guys, especially if you're nervous, is have something to do or someone to do it with. So if you have a child, a spouse, a friend, and they're over, you don't have to talk to the camera. You can literally be opening the box, never once look at the camera, and just say, do you want to play with some of the jewelry with me? Okay, and then pull the pieces out. And if you want to look at the camera, then you can, but you have someone to talk to. Or if I want to unbox my Sparkle box, I can be like, I'm so excited, and just be opening the box and letting them see my genuine reaction. You don't have to talk to the camera. Salespeople talk to the camera. When I'm selling, I talk to the camera. You are letting people have a glimpse into your life. It is a show. They want to watch. People have this weird voyeur thing. They just want to see what you're doing. They don't want to be sold to, though. So just turn the camera on and let them see what you're doing. That's just how that works. Your website, very confusing with Park Lane, and I don't know why. It's myparklane.com/your name. That's it. If you try to go to parklanejewelry.com/rep/your name, which is what it changes to in the URL, that won't work. So your website, if you want to know it, is in the back office, but it's myparklane.com/your name. No, I'm not going to talk about that. You asked me how to do the spin wheel. I just go to, I think it's wheelofnames.com. Wheelofnames.com. Yep, that's it. Wheelofnames.com. It lets you put in anything that you want, any name that you want. So right now I still have the other names. And as soon as I click it, it makes a fun little noise. And then it lands on someone. I'm like, oh, look, you're the winner. Guys, this is a business. I don't usually leave things to chance. I pick the winners almost always. Sometimes I don't, but sometimes I do because it's a business. So for example, for my parties, I'm not going to pick someone that didn't order usually because I don't have their address and I want to reward somebody who placed an order. So just if you need to do that, then you record your screen, click it. When it lands on the person that you don't want, delete that recording and click it again until it lands on the person that you want. Then you have a recording. That's just how that works. I'm being transparent. You own a business. That's it. That's all. I made sure that people won that were supporting me in my business. Now, yesterday, I haven't picked the winner yet, but there is a person who ordered from me who has 4 different types of cancers and 3 small children, and she's a single mom. She's going to be my next winner. That's just how that works. It's my business. There is a discontinued list, according to Katrina, which I didn't know. It's not under tools though. It's under field interface. And then you click on waitlist, and then you can see everything that's waitlisted. And then if you scroll down, it's everything that's been discontinued for the last 5 years. It shows you every single solitary piece, which is really cool. It'll show you if it's discontinued, if it's being discontinued, even if it's not sold out, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's a good way, like if you're ordering your kit pieces, to not order those pieces. I have multiple business phone numbers, and so do Allie and Tish. I highly recommend you saving them as that. So save it as Tish updates, Allie updates. These are not spam. It's not a robot, but a lot of you are ignoring them because they're these long ass messages and you just think that they're very informative. So save those as Tish updates, Allie updates. A lot of times it's the same thing, but sometimes it's not. And it's really cool. Like she's giving away a Valentino bag. I didn't know that. I want a Valentino bag. I don't know how to earn it yet, but
No, we're in it.
We're in it?
You and I.
How are we in it?
Because of me. I mean,
What
you
did
and
you-
I.
Why do you do it?
Sponsored me and my sales were so high,
Yeah.
so.
That's what it is?
Yeah, you and I.
Hell yeah.
Like qualifying.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
qualifying
we're
sales.
qualifying, so you and I are in it for the first time.
We're in it. I'm so excited. And she's giving away Gucci.
Yes.
How do you get in that one?
I don't know,
But
but
that's,
that's.
I think is that the promotion one? If you have
Yes.
someone that promotes, okay, guys,
Yeah.
get on it. If you all promote, and promoting is adding one person under you who qualifies. And if you add them this month, they get double points.
you're already in it because.
No, I'm not, because I don't have anyone yet who's promoted. You have to promote from fashion stylist to branch manager.
Oh, that's right.
And in order to do that, you have to add a person, but the caveat is that person must qualify in the same month. So let's
Yeah.
say Charlene or Katrina or Tracy adds someone. That's great, but they're not, person's not qualified. As soon as that person qualifies with $1,000 in sales, we get entered for Gucci. So someone needs to promote.
I got you.
So, hell yeah. So the business phone numbers for me, just know my personal number is 727-560-6840. That is the only way to reach me. And I still almost never reply unless you message me and you're like, answer your phone, or it's an emergency, or I'm at your door with free food. Other than that, you're really not going to get an answer from me. And that is who I am. And I'm working on, I have integrity. So if I tell you I'm going to reply, or if we had a time to talk, I'm on it. But if you just message me like, oh, I saw your thing, you look so cute, I'm going to see it, smile, and not reply. And if you're like, hey, I saw this and thought of you, how's your day going? Nope, not going to reply. I'm just, not because I don't want to, but because I'm like, oh, that's so nice. I'm dealing with 900 other things. So, but if you're like, hey, I need you or whatever, then save that. My business phone number though, I'll push updates out. If I send something from my business phone, it's probably important because that costs me money, every message, every single message. So if you get something from my business phone, don't be a dick. Okay. Don't mark it as spam. Also, if it's from my business phone, it's probably important. So read it, and you're welcome to reply. I don't get charged if you reply. I'm just never going to see it because it's from a computer program. So do you understand that, Lauren? She can't keep up. She's like, she always responds.
I can't
respond
keep
to.
up.
That's fine. That's why I'm telling you how to save them. All right. Boards. Did I already cover boards? If in case I didn't, here's the thing with boards. Yeah, I did cover it.
Kind of sort of depends how you're doing something.
Boards has everything. Stop wasting your time creating images and content and worrying about scripts.
Yeah.
They've been in business for 68 years. That's longer than Amway. That's long. They know what they're doing. You may want to tweak them a bit, but they're there. So just go into whatever you need. Like today, there's a booking blitz. Well, I don't know what to say. No problem. Go into board, click on booking, and then it says booking blitz. Oh, look at all these scripts. And it's not just scripts. It's here's a script to send to a past hostess. Here's a script to send to someone who's your Facebook friend. Here's a script to send to someone for a fundraiser. Here's a script to send to moms from your kids' class. And you just click it and there's the script. It's-
I used one this week and I got.
Hold on one second because I'm almost done. Social media show how to add it to your website. What is that? What did that mean?
So on the back office, and you can add your social media and
Mhm.
stuff.
When
how
you
exactly-
put your details into the back office under field interface, it asks you what your different URLs are. This way, when somebody goes to your page, they can click the bottom like Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever, and it brings them to you. Is that what you mean?
Mhm.
So that they can have those. And then last but not least, at least on this, is Style Club. I heard about this yesterday. I love it. And I'm definitely going to be doing it. The Style Club, it's kind of confusing. So for those of you that get confused, it took her explaining to me 3 times, but, and I might mess this up. If you have customers that are shopping often and they're buying like a pair of earrings, which we're all new, so that may not be happening yet, but I've been in for about 6 weeks now. So I have customers who've ordered 2 and 3 times. Some of the stylists do a Style Club, which is basically you going up to them and saying, hey, I see that you've been picking up pieces. Would you like to be one of the 12 people in my Style Club? What that means is each month you commit to ordering 1 piece somewhere throughout the month, and you are added into that month's hostess program, which means you get all the hostess rewards that month. So there's 12 people in the group. So 12 months in a year. And let's say January is Charlene's month. Well, all 12 people who are in your club, so your club is the sparklers, right? all of them, you know, are ordering at least one thing because they have to, because they're in this club. So they all pick out something cute for themselves. And Charlene, because it's in a party, gets all the hostess credits that month. February, everyone's ordering again because everyone knows they have to order one piece a month sometime during the month. I would make it required the first week of the month, or I would do the second week of the month because hopefully they're also in Sparkle Box. But the second week of the month to get RRC, okay, everyone's still ordering, order one piece or how many you want. Tracy gets all the hostess credits. So there's never more than 12 people because each month they know you're going to be guaranteed at least $400 in free jewelry sometime during the year. Why 480? Oh, because yes, because okay, so you know you're getting $480 in free jewelry throughout the year, and perhaps you only bought $22 earrings each time. So that is just something I heard of that I thought was cool. I did say that was last, but that's not. The last thing is I am not having great success at outside parties, and Allie really helped me, which I shared with you. The best thing that she told me was people love me and your people love you. So right now, if you don't have a lot of hostesses or if your hostesses aren't having success, that's okay. You have people that love you just for who you are. So I have been jumping on and doing this mystery hostess thing just to get jewelry into people's hands, even if they buy one thing, because it's giving them exposure to me and time with me. So I did it last night and I only had 7 orders and 4 of them were for one piece, but the other 3 were $150. So I made about $500 just for going into my VIP group. And that was the other thing you wanted me to talk about VIP, but this doesn't have to look like everybody else's. Make it whatever works for you. If right now you only have 4 people that love you and are paying attention, go live for those 4 people and let those 4 people have as much jewelry as you can get them for as cheap as you can get it. And eventually you'll have 6 people. And then eventually 6 will turn into 10. But don't compare where you are to somebody else having 2,000, because I have 2,000 people in my VIP group and it's hurting me because only 30 people are replying. If you have 10 and your 10 interact and you're like, hey, the first Friday of the month, I'm going to be here. I'm going to be your date. Even just them watching and seeing the jewelry and seeing your energy, that's you building your business. It takes 12 months to build a business just to make your money back usually. I mean, granted, the money here was so little that we probably make it back faster, but beating yourself up because your first month you're not making 6 figures is the worst thing that you can do. And it's why people quit. That's just the reality here. Enjoy the little wins. Enjoy the first sale. Enjoy how excited you are about the jewelry and let people see that develop organically. Because if you get it and you're like, look what I'm selling. Don't you want to buy it? Oh, I'm not selling anything. I'm a failure. Then they're right. They want to see that it actually does make you happy and that other people like it. And there are people watching that you don't even realize are watching. So be excited for yourself. Print out the Ireland tracker. Be smart about maximizing the August. August is double points for you and double points for everyone that you bring in. So if you add a new girl who qualifies this month, you get 2,000 points because she qualified with 1,000 and it's doubled. So you get 2,000 for her, plus whatever your sales are, and you get entered for Gucci. Like, you would, do you see? Anyway, and then Charlene asked me to cover VIP group. VIP means very important person. That's all that means. I don't care who you have in it. If your husband is your biggest supporter, like hers is, if your daughter is your tech person, if your mom really loves what you're doing, even if she refuses to wear the jewelry, they're a very important person. Ask them, may I add you to my very important person group? May I add you to my VIP group so that I can figure out what works and what doesn't? One of the best ways that I get people to help me is by asking for their help. I'm not asking for a sale. I'm saying, I don't know what I'm doing. Can you watch and tell me what works, what doesn't? My sister will watch and say, you're speaking too quickly. You're showing too many things. And that helps my business. That makes her a business partner of mine. And I appreciate that. And I'm letting them know I appreciate that. I'm also letting them know I don't care how much you spend. That's not what this is about. And the more I don't care what they spend, the more they spend. That is just how my business has always worked. So I hope that you found that helpful. Once you graduate, right? So once you've launched, the next step is creating that VIP group and slowly building it. If you just invite 500 people and you never post in it or no one ever joins, that is not going to work. The biggest tip Allie gave me yesterday when I told her I keep having failed parties is she said, you're trying to do it the Pure Romance way and you're not having Park Lane success. And I said, what does that mean? And she said, Park Lane is a very personal business. We're not about farming people in. We're about customer service. You're offering a concierge service with Pure Romance. You push out content and then collect money. I said, yes, I like that. And she said, with Park Lane, you have a one-on-one interaction with people. Your hostess is your best friend for a week. I said, I don't want to hostess coach. I don't want to talk to people. And she said, okay, but then you're going to not have the success you're looking for. But you can make more money by talking to your hostess on the phone, like she's a person that you care about and giving her tips, than you can by pushing out content for Pure Romance. And I said, I made a lot of money with Pure Romance. She said, but did you? Because you told me you've only done 4 parties in the last 2 years. I said, yeah, I didn't want to. She said, okay. If you didn't want to do it with the other company, then something was making you not want to do it. So you weren't making the money. You're comparing the potential of what Pure Romance could have been if you put in this amount of effort to what Park Lane is giving the wrong effort. This is a different business. So she said, try it this way. This way is, we don't need 40 people. We don't need 20 people at a party with a 4-hour demonstration, lugging a bunch of inventory in to make $1,000. I was like, Allie, in 4 hours, I would always clear at least $1,000 profit. She's like, great. In 30 minutes, I usually can clear $1,000 profit with 5 people. Because I make those 5 people feel important, and because I offer them a concierge service that I can do from my phone around my kids. She's like, do both. Work Pure Romance the Pure Romance way, work Park Lane the Park Lane way, work them both, do whatever you want. But if you have the energy and it's bringing you joy, just know that you can make more money from one person by talking to them. And this is a business where people constantly keep buying than you will by posting your video and then wondering why nobody is ordering. Because they could just go on Amazon and order it. So those are my tips. Is there anything you guys have questions about that I should add into this 10-minute Zoom?
this or that, where can you find this or that?
So
pictures?
inside of the board, click on hostess coaching, and that's going to give you all the tips for your hostess. But then when you click on party planning, it gives you, or booking, whatever, it gives you every single image you're supposed to post for every single day. It'll say day 1, image 1, day 1, image 2, day 1, image 3. If you don't want to post it, you can spend $10 a month on ScentShare. That's what I do. There's a link at the bottom that says ScentShare. It'll upload the template for you.
Okay, so
and-
it's on ScentShare.
Yeah, so it's in boards individually. And if you only have 1 or 2 parties, you can schedule them to post in Facebook. But if you don't want to have to schedule each time, you can use ScentShare, and the video is about 10 minutes long. It shows you how to find and you can batch it, find and replace. So your link is in there, your name is in there, your hostess is in there. And I'm happy to do a training on that too.
Okay.
Lauren, you had a question?
And I know we went over it once, but when you make, like somebody sent me an order last night
Mhm.
and they did it wrong, like we talked about. So I went in and was changing it and trying to save their information, and I wanted to Facebook message them back.
Mhm.
And I don't remember how to get that invoice like you did for us, where we get the invoice over and then we fill in the rest of, or they fill in the rest of the information, their credit card and stuff once it's.
So she's asking about the cart, basically how to get the cart back to them. So when somebody sends you a list of things, sometimes they'll send you their own cart. They will send you a screenshot, or they'll send you a list. You go into their party ID. And if you don't know how to do that, you click on orders, and then you'll see your hostess. If there is no hostess, then make sure you're the hostess. I add the extra orders into that. And you click party ID, and it'll pop up and say, we have copied this to your clipboard. You paste it into your browser, and it brings you to the regular Park Lane website, but now it's attached to that person. So let's say they're ordering for Sophia's party. I'm clicking on Sophia's party ID, and it's bringing me to the regular screen. And then I'm typing in everything they want, root earrings, blah, 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 blah. It creates this beautiful cart, smart cart. The bottom on the right, it says share this cart. Since you're a stylist, you can save all your carts. So you click share cart, it makes you sign in. And then it says, what do you want this to be called? I don't call it anything. I just leave the name in, and you click it. That's it. It's now shareable. So you paste it into Facebook or text. Well, let's say she's like, well, I really don't want these earrings. Can you change it to this necklace? No problem. Click the same link you already sent her, delete the earrings, add the necklace, and send her the new link back. Same process. At the bottom, it says share cart. Click sign in, if you probably already signed in, and then copy link. That's it. I never save their carts because it's in our thread. I send her the first cart, she tells me what to change. I click it. I send her the second cart, she tells me what to change. Last thing, she's like, okay, and And I'll say, you have one more half off and your bonus. What items would you like? I don't say, do you want to use them? I say, you have one more half off and you can pick any item under 200 for 30. What would you like as your half off item? Oh, I didn't think about that. I don't really know what I want. Okay, here's a link to all the bracelets. Pick one. Okay. And so she's like, I'll take the chateau. Great. I put that in as your bonus. You have your another half off. What do you want? Well, I don't really think I want to use my half off. No problem. Click on the last card I sent her. I put the chateau in and I sent her the last link. Your card is perfect. You're ready to check out. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but I'm not seeing it. I'm trying to do it.
Oh, we can walk through it. All right, that's all the tips. Sorry this was long, but that's just the reality of being me. Hope this was helpful. Bye-bye.